Alright, let's do test number 1, Math 1314 College Algebra. Today is 050620, test number 1 for College Algebra. Alright, let's do this problem by synthetic division. Synthetic division, we have 5, 1, -20, -4. Put them in here. There's the numbers. Now, to find the possible rational roots, divide last by the first. And all the factors of this, all the factors of this. What does that mean? That means we have plus or minus 4, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 5, plus 1. Put all these combinations, so we ended up with 4/5, 2/5, 1/5, 4, 2, 1. I'm going to try 2 in there. So 2 goes in there, bring the 5 down. 2 times 5 is 10, 10 and 1 is 11. 2 times 11 is 22, 22 and minus 20 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, remainder is 0, so yes, that's an answer. Now, go down, put these numbers here, 5, 11, and 2. Let's try a -2 now. I'm just guessing, I think. -2 goes in there. Well, bring the 5 down. 2 times 5 is 10, -10. And 11 minus 10 is 1. And 2 times 1 is -2. 2 and 2 is 0 again. Now we have 5 and 1. So write this. 5x plus 1 equals 0. And subtract from both sides. Minus 1 minus 1. 5x is -1. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. Cancels out. So we have -1/5. So the answer is 2, -2, and -1/5. Next question. Let's find the distance between those 2 points. So distance formula is x1, x2 minus y1, y2. x1 is 2, put it in there. x2 is minus 3, put it in there. y1, y2 is 2 and a minus 8. So negative is a positive. 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 minus 6 is -4. And 5 times 5, 25. -4 to -4 is 16. And 25, 16 is 41. Square root of 41 is that one, or you can put that one if you want to round it. Alright, let's find the midpoint between those 2 points. So, x1, y1, x2, y2, midpoint formula right there. So, x1 is 2, x2 is 8 divided by 2, y1 is minus 3, and positive 3 divided by 2. These brings us off. 2 and 8 is 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. This is going to be 0, 0 by 2 is 0. So 5, 0 is the midpoint. Alright, let's graph this. It's going to be a circle, so let's complete the square. Complete the square means, first we rewrite it, put the 16 over here. You have x squared minus 8x plus y squared minus 4y equals this. Put a space, you have x squared minus 8x, half of this number squared, and half of this number squared, added to both sides. Half of -8 is -4, half of -4 is -2, and over here same thing. So for -4 is 16, -2 is positive 4. Now this right here we can factor, and that we can factor it out. Also add all these numbers together, it's going to give us 36. So now x minus 4 is this one, y minus 2 is that one. So x minus 4 squared, y minus 2 squared equals 36. Always the opposite of this number. The opposite of -4 is positive 4. Opposite of -2 is positive 2. So 4, 2 is the center. And the radius is the square root of this number here. Square root of 36 is 6. So it's 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. 4, 2 is the center. And the other number, you can use your graphing calculator to find those. Find the domain of this radical function. Well, generic one says square root of ax plus b, says that ax plus b bigger than or equal to 0. So set 6x minus 36 bigger than or equal to 0 right there, greater than or equal to 0. Minus 36 plus 36 plus 36, and these are gone. So we have this divided by 6 divided by 6, these are gone. So now x is greater than or equal to 6, or including the 6 to infinity, or included in 6 to infinity. Question number 6a. F of x, g of x. F plus g of x means at the first and the second one, 5x plus 3, 8x minus 9. So take parentheses off. So now we have 5x and 8x. We have 3 and negative 9. There it is. And then domain is negative infinity to infinity. Now we have f minus g of x. That means f of x minus g of x. 5x plus 3 minus 8x minus 9. Take parentheses off. Negative of positive, negative. Negative, negative is positive. So we have 5x minus 8x minus 3x. 3 plus 9 is 12. And domain is negative infinity to infinity again. Alright, next one. F times g of x. So f of x is the same thing, g of x. Multiply f of x and g of x. So we're going to do 4 of this. 5 times 8 is 40x squared. 5 times 9, negative 45. 3 times that, 24x. 3 times 9, negative 27. Put these two numbers together in the middle. We have 40x squared minus 21x minus 27. Domain, negative infinity to infinity again. Last one. F over g of x. So we have f of x, 5x plus 3, 8x minus 9. But this will be undefined, the bottom or denominator, if it's 0. So let's set it equals 0. 8x minus 9 equals 0. Minus 9 plus 9, 0 plus 9. So we have this. Now divide both sides by 8. So x equals 9 over 8. Or don't use 9 over 8. So domain is anything less than negative 9 over 8, greater than 9 over 8. 9 over 8, 9 over 8. Infinity 9 over 8. And union 9 over 8 to infinity. That's the domain. So now, f plus g of x was 13x minus 6 from before, but we don't find it at a number 3. So just put 3 in there for the x. 13 times 3 is 39 minus 6, and that's going to be 36. F minus g of x was negative 3x plus 12. So x minus 9 of 2, put a 2 in there. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 plus 12 is 6. F times g of x was 40x squared minus 21x minus 27. Put a f of circle, f times g of 4 is 4 in there. Bring it down, bring it down. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 40 is 640. 21 times that is 84. And negative 27, bring it down. Add those numbers up together, you get a 529. F over g of x was this one right here. And that's 5 times 1, 8 times 1, because of that. And that's going to give you 5 plus 3, 8 minus 9. So that's going to give us 8 over negative 1 is negative 8. Difference quotient. So we have f of x equals x squared minus 8x plus 5. The old one's right here, the new one's right there. So this one's the old one. The new one is with x plus h is in it. See it right there? That's what that is. Up there in the original. So x plus h squared means x plus h times x plus h minus 8x minus 8h plus 5. Now this is going to change the signs right here. So we have negative, positive is negative, negative, negative is a positive, and negative of positive is a negative. So now from there, FOIL this guy out. X and x, x squared, x times h, 1xh, x times h, 1xh again, h and h, a squared, copy everything else. Notice 1xh, 1xh is 2xh. Also, x squares are gone. Negative 5 plus 5 is gone. 8x and minus 8x is gone. So we have left over 2xh plus h squared minus 8h over h. Break it up in 3 fractions. 1, 2, 3. Divide this, divide this, divide this, and you're going to end up with 2x plus h minus 8 left over. All right. Number 8. It says intercept domain intervals increasing, decreasing, even odd. All right. So here's the original problem right there. So now, first question. What are the intercepts? Right there. Negative 1 is 0 and 1 is 0. Those two numbers right there are the x-intercepts. Y-intercept, 0 and up 1. So x-intercepts, y-intercepts. Next question, domain. Domain means left and right. So to the left, it goes to -3. To the right, it goes +3. So domain is from -3 to 3, left and right. Next question says range, bottom, top. So bottom of this graph goes to where? 0. And it goes up to what? 1. 0 to 1. Bottom and top. Next thing, increasing. Where is it increasing? Well, it's increasing from right there to right there. So from -1 to 0. And it's also increasing right here, from there to there, from 1 to 3. It's going up, it's going up. Decreasing from -3 to -1. From here it's decreasing. And from here it's decreasing. So from -1 to -3 to -1, 0 to 1, it's decreasing. This graph is not constant and any interval. No, it's up, down, up, down. Next thing, is it even? Yes, because here's the y-axis. There it is, and the other half is right there. Alright, for the graph, you need to find an absolute max, absolute min. Absolutely the max, the highest one, absolute min, the lowest one. Well, the absolute max for this one is that one right there, which is 4, 7. F of 4 is 7, or the point 4, 7. It's right there. The absolute max. Absolute min is this one right there. And that one is f of 2 equals 1, or 2, 1, the point right there. So absolute max, absolute min. Local max, again, same thing, 4, 7. Local min, 2, 1, or 2 and 1. So alright. It says for the function, let's get a graphing calculator. Let's use the machine here. Alright. Windows, that's fine. Y. Let's clear this old stuff out of here, and out of there, and out. Okay, so now 3 plus x. 3 plus x, division symbol, parentheses, x is less than second math, and right there, 0, close it. 3 plus x, x is, so hit graph, and that's part of the graph anyway. Next part of the graph, second part, says x squared, so x squared, division symbol, parentheses, x, and we have square than equal to 0. Second math, find the symbol, right there, close it, and hit graph. There's the other part. Straight line and the parallel over here. So when we look at our question, we see that this is the answer that matches this one. Alright, so now put this away. Question, domain. So left and right, it's going to be -infinity to infinity. And it also say intercepts. Well, intercepts are -3, 0, 1 right there. 0, 0, 1 right there. This is a x-intercept. This is an x-intercept. It's also a y-intercept for this one. Other question. The range. The range is bottom and top. Well, the bottom of this graph and the top of this graph, well, it's going to keep going. And then it keeps going. So it's -infinity to infinity is the range of this. Alright, for this one, let's see. There's the original problem. And it says, what is f of x plus 3? Plus 3 in the outside. Shift the graph up 3 spaces. So it's going to go up 3 spaces, becomes this one right here. f of x plus 4 does the opposite of this number right here. The opposite of positive 4, negative 4 is going to go shift left, negative 4 becomes this one right here. Negative of f of x function is going to be reflection about the x-axis. X-axis is this one here, so it's going to be the graph's going to go this way. See, right there, around this way. Now this one has two things going on. F of x plus 2, so that's going to be shift left, negative 2, opposite of this. And also, it's going to go shift down, negative 2. So it's going to end up being this one here, because it's going to go what? Shift left, negative 2, and down. So it's that one right there. Next one. It's going to say 1/2 of the function f of x. Well, that's going to compress it vertically. It's going to squeeze it down like this. So there it is. And f of negative x, what's going to happen now to the graph? It's going to be a reflection about the y-axis. The y-axis is this one here. So this time the graph's going to be right here. Right there. Right there. Now, last one. F of 2x is going to compress the graph horizontally. It's just going to squeeze it down like this. That's what it's going to be. Alright, another graph. Let's put it in the machine here. Clear that one, and go up here. So absolute value. So y equals math. There. Number abs of x plus 5. X plus 5 outside. And negative 2. Enter. X plus 5, negative 2, enter. Hit graph. That's what it looks like. So over here somewhere. And you can use a trace if you want. It'll give you points on the graph. There's one right there. And you can go down there, get another point. Get another point. Get another point. As many points as you want. Alright, so now, back to the graph. So we know the graph's going to be look like this because of this. And we know that at negative 7, 0, there's an x-intercept. And at negative 3, 0, there's an x-intercept. And at 0 and up 3, there's a y-intercept. Now, so the graph's there. So now, it says, what's the area bounded by the region bounded right here? So, how many spaces does it go? It goes 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So basis 4, height is going to be 1, 2, 2. So basis 4, height is 2. So now the area here is this one here. What is it going to be? 1/2 base on height, like a triangle area. Basis 4 and 2, what to do is 8. 8 over 2 is 4. So the area bounded in here is going to be that right there. That right there. It's going to be what? 4. Alright, solve using the quadratic formula. So we have 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. A is this, B is that, C is that. There's the formula. Put the numbers in there. Negative of negative 3 plus or minus negative 3 squared minus 4 times A times C over 2 times 2. Now, negative is positive. Negative 3 is 9. And negative 4 times 2 times negative is going to be 16. 9 and 16 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So we have 3 plus 5, 3 plus or minus 5. So this is going to tell us we're going to have 3. We're going to have 3 plus 5 maybe, or 3 minus 5 maybe. So 3 plus 5 is 8 over 4, 2, easy. 3 minus 5 is negative 2 over 4, and that's 2 times that, cancel 2. So we have negative 1/2. So we have 2 and negative 1/2. Alright, find the zeros, use the quadratic formula. Let's see. First, rewrite it. 8x squared 3. Oh, fix it. 8x squared 12x plus 3. A, B, and C. Put them in their formula. And we have negative of 12 plus or minus 12 squared minus 4 times 8 times 3. So we have 12, 144 minus 96 is 48. But 48 over here, using prime numbers, So you got 48, 2, 2, 2, 2. We ended up with 48 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, and 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16 times 3. So this we're going to replace right here. When we write it, 48 to that. Square root of 16 is, we can do that. Square root of 3 now. Square root of 16 is what? 4. So we have 4 square root of 3. Negative 12 plus or minus 4 square root of 3 over that. Now I'm going to factor out a 4 from these guys. So 4 times negative 3, 4 times that. 4 times 4, cancel the 4, so we have negative 3 plus or minus 1, square root of 3 over 4. So now we have negative 3 plus or minus square root of 3, or negative 3 plus square root of 3 over 4, or negative 3 minus square root of 3 over 4. Alright, this one says graph, so we'll get the machine out. O1, let's get rid of it. Put the new one. It says x squared minus 4x minus 12. Okay. X squared minus 4x minus 12. And that looks pretty good. Well, let's go next page and look at it, see what it looks like. And let's change also the windows. Let's go to, let's see, what do we want to use? Let's use some other numbers, like say negative 16 and 16. Okay, so now hit graph. There's the graph. So it's going to go this way. Again, you can use trace. There's a point right there. Keep going to the left, you can find another point there. Keep going to the right, you'll find another point right there. Keep going to the right, you'll find another point right there. Anyway, after you use the trace, you can find points on it, and here's the graph. So negative 2, 0, 0 minus 12, 2, negative 16, 6 and 0. X-intercept, x-intercept, y-intercept. This is x-intercept, x-intercept. This is the y-intercept, and this is the vertex right there. Now, once you have all those points right there, and then you look at, let's see, domain, anything you want it to be, negative infinity, infinity. Range, the lowest point it goes is negative 16, so it's going to go from negative 16, the bottom, to the top, infinity. The range goes from the bottom to the top. Okay, and then there. And then this is left and right. Left and right domain, range. And then increasing. So from here, it's going up, infinity. And decreasing from here, it's going down, 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 until you get to the spot here. So the increasing to the infinity, decreasing negative infinity to 2. This one says, without graphing, find the max or min. Alright. And this is a negative here. The original problem is a negative. So, since it's a negative right here, okay, there it is right there. That means that this graph opens down, looks something like this. We're not going to graph it, just that's what we know it looks like. So it's going to be a max. So put the numbers in there, A, B, C. So into this vertex formula right here. So negative of so we have negative of 8 and 2 times negative 2. So we have negative 8 over negative 4 is going to be a positive 2. Okay. So now do the same thing. So now we have f of 2. Well, that's going to be, put a 2 in there for the formula. So we have 2 times 2 is 4. Times that, bring it down. And that's going to give you negative 8 plus 16 minus 3. And that's going to give you 8 minus 3 is going to give you 5. So the max is going to be this number right here. Not this one, but this one. This is the max. It's also the vertex. Number 17. says constructed polynomial function that might have the given function. F of x equals x times x plus 4. This is what we think it is. Equals 0, equals 0, equals 0. So minus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So x is negative 2. X is 0, x is negative 2. And then minus 4 plus 4. So x is negative 4. So those are the intercepts right there. So now, how do I know this is the graph? Well, let's put it in a machine, I guess. In our machine, let's get my calculator out, and we'll do that right now. Let's see if that works. Okay. Let's get rid of the old one. So now we have x, okay, parentheses, x plus 2, x plus 2, close it, parentheses, x plus 4, parentheses, and so we have x plus 2, x plus 4. Let's hit graph, see what it does. There it goes. So you can do the trace, and it'll say that 0, 0 is a place, keep going to the left, and you're going to find another one that says close to negative 2 and 0, keep going until you get to the next spot. Close enough. So negative 4 and 0 right there. So good enough. So we know it's going to be that one. Solve in the complex number systems. We can get imaginary solutions. So we have A, B, and C. Put them in the formula. Here's a quadratic formula. Put negative 12, negative 12 squared minus 4 times A times C. And that's going to be negative plus 144 minus 180, negative 36. But the square root of negative 36 is I, 6i, right here. Example. Square root of negative 4 is 2i, negative 9 is 3i, negative 16 is 4i. So square root of negative 36 is 6i. Break it in two fractions. Divide this one, divide this one. So you have 6 plus or minus 3i, 6 plus 3i, or 6 minus 3i. Find a complex zeros, again using synthetic division for this one. So there's 1, negative 15, 79, negative 45. So there they are. And then more examples here. So now, before you do anything, the last number, the first number, is 145 over plus or minus 1. Well, we have 145 over 1, 29 over 1, 5 over 1. These are all possible combinations. So we have plus or minus 145, plus or minus 29, plus or minus 5, plus or minus 1. Let's try 5. We'll put 5 here. Put the 1, 15, 29, 40, 48. Bring the 1 down. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 and 15 is negative 10. That since it's negative 50. That from that's 29. 5 times 29 is 145. 145 negative and positive gone. So the remainder is 0. So it means yes, this is an answer. Now, this one I'm going to use a quadratic formula. So A, B, and C. So there's A, there's B, there's C. Put them in the formula. Negative and negative. Negative 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 29 or 2. Negative plus or minus 100 minus 16. Negative 16. Well, as again, this is for this business of I. So negative square root of negative 16 is 4i. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. 2 divides this. 2 divides this. Yes. 5 plus or minus 2i, which means 5 plus 2i, 5 minus 2i. But we have this answer, and we have this answer, and we have this answer. So we got 1, 2, 3 answers right here. Find the vertical, horizontal, oblique. To find the vertical, set the bottom equal to 0, just right here. So 1x plus 18 equals that. 18 minus 18 minus 18, so 1 divided by 1 divided by 1, so we're going to have 1x equals negative 18 or x equals negative 18. Vertical asymptote. The horizontal, highest power on top, highest power on the bottom. Well, highest power is 17x to the 1 and 1x to the 1. Cancel these out. We have 17 over 1. Divide those two is 17. So y equals 17 is the horizontal asymptote for this rational function right here. And since the highest power on top is 17x to the 1, and the highest part on the bottom is 1x to the 1. Then what I see is that these ones here, they're the same, so that means that what? That there's no oblique asymptote. (21) F circle g of x means this one goes inside right there. So that means f of g of x is 5x, and 5x goes inside there. So 5 times 5x plus 5, 25x plus 5. That's it, we're done. So domain is negative infinity to infinity. G circle f means this one goes, f of x is going to go inside here. So f of x, you have f of x is this, and 5 times that is 5x plus 25. Negative infinity to infinity, domain. Now this one, f circle f means f of x inside f of x. So 5x plus 5, and 5 times 5x plus 5 plus 5. This one inside itself. So 5 times 5, 25x, 5 times 5, 25, and 5 is 30. 25x plus 30, negative infinity to infinity, domain. G circle g means g inside of g. So g of x is 5x, and 5 times 5x is 25x, and if domain negative infinity to infinity again. This one. Find the inverse, find the domains, ranges, okay. 20x minus 4, there it is. So set y equal to that. Inverse the letter, see the x and y's are different, switch them. Now we're going to go ahead and let's get rid of that. So plus 4, x plus 4 equals 20y, divide by 20, divide by 20. X plus 4 of 20 equals y. Switch it, rewrite it, y equals this. And this is the inverse function right there. So now we know the inverse. So on the next page, let's go ahead and graph all this stuff out. And there it is, but we'll do it anyway on our machine. All right, on. Let's clear the old days here, get rid of this old stuff. So now we have 20x minus 4. So y equals 20x minus 4, and hit graph. And there's the graph. Boom. Kind of hard to see, but there it is. y2 is going to be x, and hit the graph again. There's another graph. And then the third one, the inverse one, we said that was what? X plus 4 divided by 20. Parentheses. X plus 4. Yes, you need the parentheses to keep it together. Divided by 20. So now I hit graph. And there is going along the line at the bottom. So this way, up, down. Also notice the domain and range for all of these is negative infinity to infinity, negative infinity to infinity. Domain and ranges is that.